that stuff. And so I mean, I got the training, and then I'm trying to get my first deal, and that is like...
Tell us about your first deal, how you got through it, what your processes were, what your mindset was like. Talk us through all of it.
So yeah, I mean, obviously the first deal, I think like at first I was like looking for like, say, 4-bed houses with 2 reception rooms, or 3-bed houses with 2 reception rooms, stuff like that. And then I started looking at like, you know, registered HMOs. But yeah, I just seemed to try. And I was concentrating on Portsmouth. And I was thinking, well, what am I doing? You know, what am I Doing wrong? And then I'd done another little bit of training with somebody else. And I mean, I was like going on Rightmove and saying, right, there's a property in this street. Like, you know, I was searching for 5-bed houses or like rooms or wherever. And, you know, like phoning agents, and they are liars, aren't they, agents? I mean, I went to an agent and I viewed this property, but so what had happened, it was like a bit of a misunderstanding to an extent. So like there was a fella out this agency had took me to see a couple of like HMOs, and then like they sort of come back with, the like, you know, the landlord's not interested or whatever, but I had said it was for a company let. So then I rang up again, the same agent, and it was a woman who answered, and she says, I don't know if he was on holiday, this fella, or not working there longer or what. So I just presumed she knew it was for a company let. So I went to have a look at this HMO, and there was actually a bit of paper stuck in the window, you know, saying like rooms to rent. So I took the phone number down, and I'd rang like her back the week after, and she said, I'm waiting for him to make a decision on like whether we'd have a company let and all that. I says, okay. So then I rang the fella direct. She'd never even mentioned it to her.
Oh my God.
So I went to see this fella, and I had a look around his house and all that. And we're obviously trying to get your first deal. He's like, how many other properties have you got? You know, and you haven't got that, what's the word I'm looking for? Credibility, you know? And I says, it's just so hard to speak to landlords directly. Then he said, just go on Student Pad. And I was like, you know what? Even though I never got that deal off him, he gave me that little pearl of like going on this website where he advertises called Student Pad. And that's got like landlords' direct numbers on, email addresses and all this stuff. So the same again. I mean, I've drove round streets just hand posting letters through doors. The old land registry stuff's a bit too expensive, isn't it? £3 a pop. So yeah, I thought, right, what can I do? I thought I've tried every single thing, you know. I've like, cause of that Student Pad, I phoned landlords direct. I sent emails to them. I sent letters. I hand posted letters, and I thought, I'm just banging my head against the wall. There must be something I can do different. And I thought I've done everything I possibly can to get a house in Portsmouth. So I thought, right. Old Mr. Gov there showed us this little Zoopla trick. So I thought, widen my area. So I don't know if it was like on a Saturday or a Sunday. I thought, right, I'll widen my area. I thought, right, 40 miles from my postcode, which is like a reasonable distance to get within an hour. I think on the Wednesday, I had a phone call from an estate agent in Southampton. They were like, we've got 2 properties you can view. Okay, then. So then on the Thursday, one of them's gone now, but we've got another 2 you can view. So I went there and I viewed a 4-bed at first, and then I viewed a 7-bed. And the mad thing about the 7-bed one, that the landlord was there as well. And he says, I want to meet you, like, you know, like who I'm going to let me property to and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, that must have been about the October. Obviously made him his offer and stuff like that, and I started that one on the 1st of November, which in itself was probably a mistake as well because of the time of year.
Yeah.
You know, trying to fill 7 beds in November is quite hard work. Like. But I can remember posting in the group as well, Gov, and like some of the people, you know, like rewrote me whole adverts for us and everything. And, you know, and like that thing about the group is like, you know, people will just help you. Nobody wants anything in return.
I actually remember that. I think you reached out because even afterwards when you had your rooms and you were like, look, I've got I need someone to help me fill them as much as I can. And there was just people coming out and helping you. But not just that, you've actually passed that favour on.